Imagine starting with just a single image, say, a quiet suburban street at dusk, and being able to generate a 200-frame video sequence where the camera slowly pans, orbits, and even flies through the scene, revealing hidden alleyways, distant rooftops, and shifting shadows, all while maintaining perfect 3D consistency. This isn't science fiction. It's the core promise of WorldWarp, a new framework that redefines long-range novel view synthesis. The challenge is profound. How do you generate coherent, visually rich video sequences from a single image, especially when the camera trajectory extends far beyond the original view? Traditional methods either struggle with geometric drift or fail to handle occlusions. The root of the problem lies in a fundamental tension. State-of-the-art generative models work best in latent space, but true 3D consistency demands pixel-level geometric grounding. Bridging this gap has been one of the biggest hurdles in the field. WorldWarp solves this by introducing a dual-system architecture, a 3D structural anchor paired with a 2D generative refiner that operates in an asynchronous, chunk-by-chunk auto-regressive pipeline. At its heart is a novel Spatio-Temporal Diffusion, ST-Diff, model trained with a powerful bidirectional attention mechanism that doesn't just generate new content, it corrects it. Here's how it works. Given a starting image and a specified camera path, WorldWarp begins by estimating the initial 3D geometry using a foundation model like TTT3R. From this, it builds a high-fidelity online 3D geometric cache using 3D Gaussian splatting, a technique that renders photorealistic views with subpixel precision. This cache isn't static. It's continuously updated at each inference step, ensuring that the model never relies on outdated or corrupted geometry. Next, the system performs forward warping. It renders the current 3D cache from every future camera pose along the trajectory. These warped images become dense, pixel-wise geometric priors, rich, structured hints that guide the diffusion process. But here's the key innovation. The noise schedule is spatially and temporally varying. Blank or occluded regions, areas not visible in the original view, are initialized with full noise. This triggers the model to generate new content from scratch, like a generative inpainting process. Meanwhile, regions that were successfully warped from the 3D cache are given partial noise. This allows the model to revise and refine those areas, enhancing texture, reducing blur, and correcting distortions, without losing structural fidelity. This fill and revise objective is what makes WorldWarp so powerful. Unlike traditional models that treat all pixels the same, ST-Diff learns to distinguish between known geometry and unknown content, and respond accordingly. The result is not just a video that looks good, but one that behaves like a real 3D world. The process is iterative. Each chunk of 49 frames is generated, then added to the history. The 3DGS cache is re-optimized using this new content, and the next chunk is synthesized with even better geometric grounding. This loop continues, propagating accurate 3D structure forward in time, preventing the irreversible error accumulation that plagues prior approaches. And the results? State-of-the-art. On benchmarks like Real Estate 10K and DL3DV, WorldWarp outperforms all previous methods in both visual fidelity and geometric consistency. In long-term synthesis, 200 frames out, the model maintains the highest PSNR and lowest LPIPS scores. Even more impressively, its camera pose accuracy is unmatched. Rotation error drops to 0.697, translation error to 0.203, significantly lower than competitors. Ablation studies confirm the necessity of both core components. Removing the 3DGS cache leads to catastrophic failure in long-range generation. Using a standard, uniform noise schedule instead of the spatial-temporal variant causes a sharp drop in camera control, proving that the dual noise strategy is essential. What's more, the system generalizes beyond photorealism. By prompting a vision language model with descriptors like Van Gogh style or Studio Ghibli style, WorldWarp generates stylized videos that preserve 3D geometry while embracing artistic expression. This shows that the method doesn't sacrifice the semantic richness of the pre-trained diffusion backbone. It enhances it with geometric discipline. Of course, limitations remain. As with any autoregressive system, long-horizon generation risks drift. And performance depends on the accuracy of upstream 3D estimation, especially in complex scenes with transparency or poor texture. But these are not flaws in the core idea, they're challenges for future work. In essence, WorldWarp isn't just a new video generation model. It's a paradigm shift. It demonstrates that by coupling a dynamic 3D geometric cache with a spatially aware diffusion engine, we can generate long-range, camera-controlled video sequences that are not only visually compelling, but geometrically truthful. It's a step toward truly interactive, 3D consistent virtual worlds, powered not by brute force computation, but by intelligent, asynchronous reasoning. The future of video synthesis isn't just about generating more frames. It's about generating better ones, frames that make sense in space, time, and depth. And WorldWarp shows us exactly how to get there.